I'm starting to record again because we're talking about this brilliant idea that Coco had. If you watched the make $800 out of 50 no's from Amy Silverman YouTube video that I posted in the group, you'll know that she was talking about the club membership. And Coco came up with this incredible idea, which she launched today. And some of you may have seen it because I invited some of you to the group. If your first name starts with an A through a D, you got the invite. Because that's all I could invite. I could only invite 400. But Coco, do you want to just tell us a little bit about your thought process and how you created that?
Yes. So, okay. I had actually thought about this a little bit back, and seeing Amy just kind of sparked to why am I not doing this? So when they first launched Beachbody On Demand, I was like, okay, every time I get a no, I'm going to start telling them, well, do you want to try streaming on demand, or do you want to just do DVD only? Because my thought process was, hey, I can get people to get in the group. Once they see everybody drinking Shakeology, I'll worry about that later. Then I kind of stopped doing that because I was like, maybe I'm undermining myself, and let me just back off of that. And I really just focused on the 21-day fix and the challenge packs and the, converting coaches and customers and everything.
I do want to
and that's been fine.
Before we continue, that challenge packs are still our main focus.
Yes. Yeah.
A great way to convert a no into some commission and into some potential customers, contacts who you wouldn't get if they had to pay something first, but are going to get hooked because of the environment that we're going to give them. So, and also, sorry, I'm not to step on your feet, but just so that you know, the subscription commission for club membership is a 40% commission instead of 25. So you make a 40% commission on that subscription commission. Okay, go on.
So think of it that way. Yeah, it's only $35 or whatever, but that ends up being $16 for you. 10 people do that and stay on board at such a low cost. That's $160 every 3 months from those 10 people. And it's $299 a week for them. If they weren't going to spend $299 a week and be billed 3 times a month, they were not going to spend $140 on a challenge pack. So what I thought was, okay, how can we, thinking of these free eating groups, that sometimes has been a lot of effort for me. I don't know how they've worked for everybody else, but I feel like I'm dumping all this effort into running these groups. Yes, I'm generating new conversations, but maybe I've gotten 1 or 2 customers to come over and do more with me. The rest of the people are like, thanks for the thing, bye. And then, and not that that's bad, but I thought, we could get people to do this. They get a 30-day free trial to stream all the on-demand stuff from P90. I mean, it's just amazing what's on there anyways. And so if they really want to piece out after 30 days, fine. But if we create this group where we're really going to do what we would normally do for a challenge pack without going into complete depth. I'm not going to sit there and plan their meals out. That's too much work for free. But just the environment, the support. If it's your coaches that you've invited, you checking in with them on a one-on-one basis and being like, hey, what can I help? Creating the value that you need to with those people so they can experience you supporting them as a coach. Then there might be some very natural conversations that kind of come out of that where you can be like, hey, would you want to consider blah, blah, blah. And you're not trying this cold. A lot of people still don't know what Beachbody is. I do get those conversations oh yeah, P90X, isn't that $200 thing that I don't want, you need to find a way to get them in so they're comfortable, and free is the best way to do that. And I've already signed up, I think today now it's been 5 people. And there's a little bit of I have to get my debit card. And I'm like, look, I'm going to promise you that when 3 weeks rolls around, I will send everybody a reminder to let you know you can get out of it and there's no obligation. But at least this way with the free clean eating group, there was no attachment anyway. So this way, if someone wants to stay, they're already set up to roll into it. And then you have the opportunity to bring them into more once they fall in love with things. So there'll still be work involved, but I think this is a great way to get a little extra income off of people. What did she say? 50 people is $800. And I'm going to just do this every month, at least for 3 months, to really see how it's going. We're going to assess, is this undermining our shake sales? I don't think so, because I think that's such a different, when you're armed with the knowledge of Shakeology, there is no, that's how I feel about it. No, I'm sorry, that has nothing to do with that. It shouldn't undermine me if I know what I'm talking about and I can communicate that to people. But this is an opportunity to start building relationships with people who would have stayed away because they're like, get away with me with your pyramid scheme and your fitness crazy stuff, and let them gently kind of come in the water one toe at a time, because not everybody's ready to just jump in. Some people are great like that. Some people are like, it took me 2 years. Okay. Megan was on me for 2 years. And I was like, no, I don't need that. Get away from me. Oh, here she comes. Leave me alone. You know, like, and now I'm probably like, let's go. I love this. Why was I so, well, you know, I had my doubts.
Okay. So we're going to try and cut out the clean eating, the 5-day clean eating groups, and replace them with these. Now, I would say I'm a little bit nervous and I'm a little bit skeptical about, you know, they're like, well, if I can do something for free, why would I get a challenge pack? So I would say that maybe when we're starting, you should invite people to these events that have told you no in the past. Maybe we'll start with that, like no or a price objection that you could not overcome. And we'll start with those people. So, and everyone, we also decided, it was mostly Coco, not we, but that it would be a really great environment to, like, you know, everyone loves a party, and she explains this really well, but she was like, it's going to be one big group where we're all going to be in there together. You will be in charge of all your challengers and keeping track of them, following up with them, making sure they get the coaching experience before the 3 weeks where they're going to either continue or cancel, and then inviting them to a larger group. But if not, at least trying to get them to hold on to their subscription to the club membership. And like she said, $800 for 50 people. So that's incredible. And I think it's a great idea.
And mind you, they can't do it for free but once, right? That's what I was thinking about after we got off the phone. I was like, once their 30-day trial is up, they can't do it again. So they're either going to have to stay on with the subscription. I mean, maybe they could be like, I'll just give you a different email, but I'd be like, no, that's not worth my time. Like, there's a point at which you got 30 days for free. That's it. So they can't get like the 21-day fix in full length. You know, most of the newer programs are not available. They just give you that little taste of crack. Like, here's size. Is size available fully? No, it's done. It's just one again, right? Down to the one sample workout.
Yeah, it's always been just one, I think.
Yeah, so 21-day fix is the same. So.
Yeah, but you also get a taste. You get a sample of all the newer programs. So if you want to try them out and see which one you jive with, which one you want to do the full program of, that's a good way to do that as well. And also something that I thought of today, because I posted on Instagram that I'm going to run a Shakeology sampler group, a 6-day Shakeology sampler group for a lot of people who have heard a lot about Shakeology but don't want to commit to a 30-day challenge. And I was thinking that this is a great combination. So if you do get people to come in for this free club membership, say, you ever heard about Shakeology? If you want to try it, we do have a sampler pack, and we're doing a combination where the club membership is free and the sampler pack is $30, so you're spending $30 for the whole month to be involved in this group and try out Shakeology, which is incredible for all of these reasons. And so I thought that was a good pairing. And that 6 days of Shakeology will show you what Shakeology does for your body. You're going to feel better after 6 days, and you're going to have tried out all the flavors. So this group is for those skeptics, those people who are like, well, I don't know about Beachbody, I don't know about Shakeology. If we can get them on this Shakeology sampler and into the club, they're going to see, and into an accountability group, that's everything we have to offer. So they're going to see what they're going to be getting before they put in their initial investment of 140 to 180 or whatever they decide to purchase. So I thought that's an incredible idea. I'm going to share the event in Team Discover Fit, and it's a public event, so you can go in and add yourself to it, and then you can invite friends as well. So everybody, and when you go,
and we'll have track of it, so don't worry, because a lot of people are like, oh, how are you going to know who invited who? It will say, like, you will show up as blank, and anybody who didn't get invited specifically will show up as blank. But anybody else, like I see Allie, invited by Allie Bloom, invited by, you know, Jose Roldan, my coaches. So I know that's their people, and, you know, not to, it's also an honor system. Like sometimes we have overlapping friends lists. So if I'm not sure, like I saw a lady today that I was like, ooh, who invited her? So I started a conversation. I friend requested her. I said, hey, you know, just out of curiosity, how did you hear about us? And she's like, oh, I saw that my cousin Jose is doing it. And even though he hadn't invited her, she saw it because it's public. So then I said, okay, well then I'm going to loop her into a 3-way with Jose. I'm not going to greedily poach. It doesn't behoove me to do that. So as long as we're all in the honor code system, there should be no problem or confusion or fear that someone's going to take your people.
You want to create your own event based on the event that I put up, like based on Coco's event, feel free to do that as well. But we're going to have one big group, or possibly one big group for Team Discover Fit and one big group for Heart Rate Heroes, that we can all be involved in, and we can all be responsible for splitting up the responsibilities of it. And it's not going to be as involved as a challenge group, but we do want to show them what we have to offer as coaches. And we will like hold them accountable for doing their 30 minutes to an hour of working out a day, or whatever they decide.
And they have 10-minute trainer on there, so there's no excuse. You got 10 minutes.
And also, this is a great way to get those people as your customers, like with you as their coach. So if they ever do go into Beachbody again, even if you're not in contact with them and they decide to purchase something, it's going to go through you. Yeah. So I think all around this is an incredible idea, and I want everyone to just get on board. Coco is starting the group on Monday. So
yeah, I've actually started building it. I might even have it go live to some of like you, Megan, or whatever, so we can start looking at it. I need a picture, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, and this can be a rotating group, so it doesn't need to be like you do it for 30 days. So
yeah.
You can invite people to this group continuously.
Exactly.
Just make sure that you have a good system for who you have in the group so that they don't get lost. You know, make sure you keep track of them.
And if they're coming in later, make sure that you know when they signed up so that you can warn them when their week is approaching. And look, I've had people in the past get charged, and Beachbody's pretty good. They don't want to get into situations with people, so they will refund people, but then it messes up your back office. So it's just cleaner for everybody if you're reminding people within a week, hey, did you want to stay or not? Let me know. I have the info on how to get out of it if you need to. So just be responsible for that if you're inviting people randomly throughout the process.
And if you have not, as soon as they sign up, log into your Gmail account, boomerang that email. We'll come up with an auto ship email or an auto charge email for the specific thing. We have that auto ship email for customers and coaches for a challenge group in the file section, but we'll come up with, if they don't, Devin asked if we'll delete them after the 30 days from the group. If they decide to cancel, yes, we should keep the group.
They won't be able to stream anything, so they're out at that point anyways. We keep them if they want to stay in that. If they're not going to upgrade to a challenge pack, I don't see the harm in letting them, as long as they're paying, stay in it. Because they would have just not given, and like if they won't pay $40 every 3 months, you would have been wasting and pumping energy into somebody who just wasn't going to do it. Like, and I'm happy to even take the $16 off of that, because I've realized there are people who just won't. They'll come up with excuses and excuses. So don't feel too bad if some people get stuck in that phase. That's kind of what this is built for, to try and catch some of those people, so we're not just having everything walk out the door.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to share the event in Team Discover Fit now. Go on and invite, if you're a brand new coach like Rose, don't invite those people yet. We're going to talk because you just did your first post. But if you do have people who have given you a no or a price objection in the past that you could not overcome, invite them to this group. You know, I think it's going to be really great. So
it's like, who's that behind you? Careful. I got totally freaked out. I was like, oh my God, there's a man behind you.
Okay. So does anyone have any questions? Quick, we have 4 minutes before I have a coach opportunity webinar.
And if any questions pop up about any of the stuff, Shakeology, I don't care if you're on Discover Fit or whatever, we're success partners, me and Allie. So feel free to ask me. She's helping me with some stuff. So nobody is like not allowed to ask me stuff on a one-on-one level.
In the Team Discover Fit group. So she's in there. So if you have a Shakeology question, ask it in the thread of the group and Coco will get to it.
And tag me so I know.
Tag her, yeah. Her name is Coco. She's the bomb. All right. So we will talk next week. If you have any questions before the end of the month, you let me know, because you have like 4 more days to get to Success Club. I'm looking at some of you. Love you. And we want to get there. Everyone can get there. So Rachel, just message me, okay? All right. And Rose will talk later. I have that coach opportunity webinar, but let's talk after that. Is that okay? Okay, awesome. All right, I will see you guys later. Thanks for being awesome.
Bye. Until next time.
Till next time.